This AFCON 2025 preview and picks edition of the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5, get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code PLGP. Welcome, everybody, to the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is still Thursday, December the 18th. We are here to have a look at the upcoming African Cup of Nations, which is tremendously exciting. Joining me,
tremendously excited,
Nottinghamshire. He's so fucking excited, Barry. I spent all day trying to calm him down. Literally had to tether him to the sofa. Barry Penaluna. Barry, have a guess how many mugs I've got in my cupboard.
25.
25, unbelievable. Also, spot the difference. What's happened? What's the difference between now and before?
Ooh.
Pretty good one.
Have you changed your mug? You can't have changed your mug.
I haven't changed my mug. I'm not an idiot.
Well, I can't see anything that could have changed.
I've taken me Gregory's pecs off, haven't I?
No, I didn't notice you had them on.
I'll tell you why, because the cricket, I can't see the telly with my glasses on, but the test match starts in 10 minutes, so I'm going to do this and watch the cricket at the same time. So I've had to take my specs off. Yes, look at the smudger had Joe win. I've just finished the Premier League pick show. There was a lot of people in there who then deserted us like fucking like the ship was going down. People were handing in notes like to try and get out the piggy. Oh, yeah, I've got an ingrowing toenail. I can't make the AFCON show. Oh, the dog ate it. The dog ate my AFCON bet, sir. They were all scattering like rats, the fuckers. But Lee and Joe, you win a prize as well for spotting that I haven't got my glasses on. The cricket, by the way, what an absolute shower of shit.
I've given up on watching any of it. I'm not staying up really early. I was watching that shite.
It's fine. Getting beat's fine, isn't it? It's not a problem. No one's got any problem with getting beat. But fuck me, they just haven't played properly. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop mucking about. Arsenal, they haven't prepared in any way. Do you want a practice game, lads? That'd be all right. Like, yeah, but it's really alien conditions, you know? You're literally half a world away. It's a different environment. Nah, it doesn't matter. We'll be fine. They're not fine at all. They still haven't got used to what's going on. So the plan for the next maybe half an hour, we say half an hour, we're going to try and keep it as much business as possible, is that AFCON gets underway on Sunday, the 21st. And I don't know if many of you are aware, I am the unofficial voice of African football. That's what a lot of people are saying. So I'm well positioned, Barry. I'm well positioned to guide everybody through this tournament. Would you like to just give us a brief overview, Barry, of where you stand coming into this?
Well, I would say I want to be interested in it. I'm keen to be enthusiastic about it. I haven't had a great deal of time to get stuck into it yet.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and make time. I'm more enthusiastic about it than the World Club Cup, I think.
That was my next question. Are you more or less enthusiastic?
Yeah, I think because FIFA's not involved, I'm a bit more on board. So I'm gonna try, Malcolm. I have, this is very much in your hands.
One thing here, Barry. If this doesn't get you enthused, nothing will. Christmas Eve, kickoffs, 12:30, 3 o'clock, 5:30, 8 o'clock. Come on. What's wrong with that? The massive African fall tiger on Christmas Eve.
Big old acca.
8 o'clock kickoff full of Baileys getting stuck in.
Have you lined up the acca for that, have you?
I haven't actually. We're not doing matches, Baz. This is just outright. I'm actually on. I've got a game on Chris. I think it's the lunchtime game. To fucking hell. Christmas Eve. Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea, Barry. I'll be bringing to you live if you're interested in that one. I assume you will be. I've got a game on Boxing Day as well. The family are buzzing with that. Christmas Eve and Boxing Day. It's me getting out and doing stuff in it. I'll give you an overview, Baz. This is the 35th renewal of the tournament. It's going to be hosted in Morocco. It's always chaotic. I don't know if you're familiar with AFCON. It's always absolute chaos. But the games are at great times, which I've just mentioned Christmas Eve, when there's not that much stuff going on as well. And all 52 matches are on Channel 4 or one of their platforms. So E4, All 4, More 4, fucking the Four Tops, Connect 4, the Four Seasons by Vivaldi, anything like that. Anything with the word 4 in it, you'll find it. It's on there. It's going to be slick, this as well, Barry. This is going to be by far the slickest AFCON there's ever been. Morocco have gone infrastructure and stadium crazy. 6 cities, I think, and a few different ones, places like Tangiers, which is a little bit different. And then you've got sort of Marrakesh, the big cultural hub, Rabat, etc. So it's going to be really tidy. It's going to look and feel a little bit different. And with the general progression of African football, the amount of European players, Premier League players. Smudges asking if there's any AFCON on Boxing Day. Don't you worry about that, my friend. There is tons of AFCON on Boxing Day. Yeah, prices. There's no prices on that, but yeah, because I can't remember. I've got a game on Boxing Day as well, like I said. So yeah, there's 3 or 4 kickoffs on Boxing Day as well. Outrights, we'll start with Baz. I'll just take you down the outright markets down to maybe the top 6 or 8. Morocco, the hosts, worthy favourites at 5-2 plus 250. Egypt are 11-2 plus 550. Algeria 6s. Senegal 6s. Nigeria 10s. Ivory Coast, Tunisia, and Mali all at 12-1. But the top 8 down at 12-1 or below. It's 6 groups of 4, which means the 4 third place teams go through. The 4 best third place teams. And we like that format. We've done all right with it. Do you remember the last AFCON? And it ran alongside the Asian Cup. And we got 100-1 winners to both semi-finals. It was Jordan went a long way. And was it Equatorial Guinea, I think? I can't remember who the African team was. I think it was Equatorial Guinea. So we like that format because, like when we did the World, I was talking about the World Cup tour a couple of weeks ago. If you can win a match, you're in the knockouts, and this tournament is fucking wide open. The World Cup qualifying was absolutely wide open. Then the subsequent playoff tournament, and there's still DR Congo have gone through into that intercontinental tournament as well. So Morocco is the place to start. 5-2, worthy favourites. 12 out of 34 hosts have won, including 3 of the last 5. And Morocco, where are Morocco ranked in the FIFA rankings, Baz? Little pop.
11.
Barry's got this. He's all over it, man. Done his homework. Yeah, 11th in the FIFA rankings. I mean, if you remember, they had a run to a World Cup semi-final last time out, where they lost to France 2-0. But they beat Portugal and they beat Spain on that little run, which is pretty impressive. They took bronze in the Olympics, which is always a good indicator of how your players are coming through. The younger players stepping up. Hakimi, obviously the star man. En-Nesyri, we see in the Champions League. El Kaabi, I've watched a lot. Olympiacos, Mazraoui, we know. So they're doing nothing wrong at all on the pitch, really. I just can't recommend them at 5-2 because this tournament is far too wide open. The price is absolutely spot on. Even if you look at that 12 of 34 hosts, at 5-2 price, that's where it should be, just on the numbers. I think if the each-way price was round about 4-1, then I might look to get them involved, but it's not. There's just too many teams can beat them, so I would be passing them at 5-2. But I think, Baz, you've gone in earlier, and you couldn't get past them, could you?
Yeah, I've got another pick as well as an outsider. Sort of thinking back to last time when we did take a couple of those big prices in this in the Asia Cup, I thought I wanted to find something similar, somewhere where you might be able to trade out later on if someone gets a bit further in. But my outright pick, I will go for Morocco. I think they're in good form. won 8 of 8 in World Cup qualifying, conceded just 2 goals. And that home advantage, it's a big percentage, and 12 out of 34 is a lot of home hosts winning this tournament. And as you say, 3 out of the last 5 as well. They've got plenty of quality throughout, you've just mentioned. I think they'll cruise through the group. They're going to be hard for anyone to beat. So it isn't fancy pick. It is a short price. I found 11-4, but yeah, I will be taking Morocco to win it.
Egypt second in at 11-2. Everything hinges on Mo Salah. Egypt do have 7 titles. They're the most decorated team in this. Group passage look fine, but there's just other teams I like more. I don't want anything to do with them, with that Salah. I put the other 2 North African teams together, even though they're different prices. Algeria at 6-1. Tunisia are at 12-1. Algeria, so the Marseille striker, Amin Gouiri, is missing for them. That's a massive miss. He gets a lot of their goals. Riyad Mahrez is their star man. So the squad's experienced, but it's just a dull pick. They haven't got that much about them, Algeria. Tunisia are even more boring. They're incredibly functional, like formulaic. I just don't want anything to do with Tunisia because there's a lot of teams who play differently now. Senegal were in this golden generation. I mean, England had a golden generation. Senegal, we've been quite high on because we watched them beat England last summer. Was it last summer? I think we tipped them up on this show around about 7-1 when they turned England over 3-1 at Nottingham. Was it in the City Ground? They've only ever won this once in 2021, so they do underperform, but Koulibaly, Gay, Mane, Nicholas Jackson, Ismail Assar, we just talked about on the Prem show. They're in transition. They're right at the end of this cycle of the golden generation, like Mane is just about to drop off, stuff like that. They'd be the first team I'd be interested in betting on each way at 7-1. Of those, this like first tier, Senegal I like, but I'm not going to pick them. I'm not going to put them up as a pick. I'm out on Nigeria, 10-1. A lot of shenanigans behind the scenes with the FA and the players. The managers picked a really mad squad. Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman look legit up top. But I watched them lose to the Congo in that World Cup qualifying playoff. They only finished second in the World Cup qualifying group behind South Africa, which is why they ended up in the playoff. So they're just not quite there. Too short a price. Ivory Coast, I like, but not enough. Wilf Zaha has made it back in the squad, playing well for Charlotte in MLS. And they've got 4 Prem players in their squad. The group's straightforward because they've got Cameroon in there, who were a massive fade for me. And you'll get each way run out of them at 12-1. Again, I didn't pick him. And then Cameroon are just worth mentioning because of the mad situation that they're in. 16-1. Basically because they're a name brand. It's a bit like picking Man United, like at the minute, because you've heard of them. Well, that's not really a good idea. Cameroon have... So Samuel Eto'o, who you all know, is the president of the FA. He sacked the manager, Mark Britt. So Samuel Eto'o sacked the manager and has announced a 26-man squad. The manager has refused to accept that he's been sacked. So he's also announced a 26-man squad, a different one. So Cameroon have got 2 managers and 2 squads. So who the fuck's going to turn up next week? I've got absolutely no idea. They're completely different, these 2 squads. Even aside from that, they got dicked off Congo in that playoffs when I seen him. They just weren't good enough. The fact that they're in, this does open the door for a group bet later on. The fact I'm going full fade on Cameroon. So that's kind of my reading of the top lot, Baz. You have much on that?
No.
Okay. Do you have anything?
I was thinking about no, because you talked threw us off a little bit by talking about your group bet. I think we might end up in the same place by what you've said there.
Okay. I'm going to tell you that we partnered up with Kalshi, available in 50 states: NFL, college football, basketball, NBA, NHL. Promo is new Kalshi customers get $20 when they use the promo code SGPN, KALSHI. Promo code SGPN. And Underdog, your home for pick'em entries. You can win up to 5,000 times your money. Underdog has got you covered the holiday season. Underdog Unwrapped. There's tons of promos. Brand new offer at Underdog. Play $5, get $75 in bonus funds. Use the code PLGP. So this takes us down the list to my outright picks. So what I'm going to do here, Baz, I'm going to split. I take 2 units, and I've got 4 picks here, all at each way prices. Joe Dollar said he's picked a 26-man squad for Cameroon as well. Well done, Joe. Submit it. Mate, you might get the job. First in, I mean, again, it's this format that we like. If someone either genuinely winning a group or getting through in second, or squeezing through in third, and then just making a run at it. South Africa at 40-1. The other thing, actually, I'll say about this is shop around. Because, for example, I've got to pick at 80-1 here. 80-1 on 365. I know it's 100-1 on somewhere else, Sky Bet or Betfair or someone. And if you look on the exchanges, maybe you can use the each way portion as a cash out option. So shop around, you'll find some prices. South Africa 40-1. They were the team that beat out Nigeria in the World Cup qualifying group. So South Africa qualified automatically. Nigeria didn't. And what South Africa's built on is that rock solid domestic league. There's a lot of domestic leagues in Africa aren't particularly up to much. South Africa's is. They've got sort of a lot of sponsorship. It's like the Betway South African Prem, innit? So they're going to be a tough out for anybody. Lyle Foster, who Smudger will know, is their main man. Oh, in fact, you see, as I said that, Smudger's just posted that South Africa got Lyle scored a whopping 9 goals in 3 seasons. Don't argue with that, Lee. It's coming. So I like to say these big priced ones. South Africa in Group B with Egypt, Angola, and Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe are one of very few whipping boys in the tournament, and I prefer South Africa to Angola. So South Africa, get out the group, and then you're live and kicking into the last 16. DR Congo, I'm sweet on for a couple of reasons. They've got a ton. They've probably got the best group of Euro-based players in the competition. I've watched them a good few times as well. They deservedly beat Nigeria and Cameroon in that World Cup qualifying playoff tournament, which has seen them into the Intercontinental one next March. They're a group of Senegal, but they're also clear of Benin and Botswana. So 50-1 Congo, when you're putting them up against 10-1 Nigeria, 16-1 Cameroon, I think Congo are good. Gabon are another I have a soft spot for that I've watched. Again, I watched Aubameyang score 4 times and then get sent off against Gambia. We watched Aubameyang score twice in the Champions League against Newcastle. So there's no, Aubameyang's still flying. They were very unlucky in extra time against Nigeria in that World Cup qualifying. Mario Lemina of Wolves, you probably remember, is now at Galatasaray. He stands out. And also, if you are our American listeners, Dennis Bouanga, LAFC. Last time I looked, he was joint top scorer with Messi in MLS. So Bouanga's good as well. So they're in the group with Cameroon, who I've gone full potato on. So second or third place for Gabon, I love. And at 80-1, we get a run out of them. And finally, I'll put up Burkina Faso at 100-1. The group looks manageable. Sudan are poor, which I don't get because Al Hilal of Sudan are all like a Champions League staple in Africa. One of the best Champions League teams, but like Sudan's talking about domestic leagues with South Africa. Sudan just aren't there. And Equatorial Guinea in there as well. They're at the bottom of their cycle. Django Tara, the Brentford player, Bertrand Traore for Sunderland, both Burkina Faso. And in a tournament of chaos, Burkina Faso embrace it. They scored 23 goals in 10 games in World Cup qualifying. And you look at their recent AFCON form, Baz. Runners-up 2013, third place 2017, fourth place 2021. So they're in there about all the time. Like, you get a run at 100-1. So we take 2 units. We go, what we do in quarter of a unit each way on South Africa, Congo, Gabon, Burkina Faso. They're the 4 players, Baz.
Yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed because you've stole all my notes for Burkina Faso. They are my underdog pick.
Yeah,
and I've put it because of their good form of going quite far into the tournament. I've mentioned here, runners-up, third place, fourth place in recent years. So yeah, I mean, it looks like possibly have to settle for second in the group, with Algeria being strong favourites for that group. But I saw Burkina Faso getting out of that group, and at 100-1, were a team I thought might make a run for those later stages once again and get a decent opportunity to trade out further down the line.
Yeah, I think that's the plan here. Brought to you by Novig. Download the Novig app, get $50 when you spend $5. The promo code is SGPN. And Rhythm, crushing NFL as well as everything else. College basketball with the boys at TCE have been flying on Rhythm. The promo code is SGPN25. Download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, use the promo code SGPN25. Right, so to tidy up a few bits and bobs then, they were my outrights. So, group qualification, I've got one outright pick here, which is Ivory Coast to win Group F at 5-6, -120. Is that you nodding away there, Baz?
Yeah, I'm on Ivory Coast as well.
Mate, I think we should start singing other people. That's part of the fate of Cameroon. I'm slightly twitchy about Gabon in that, actually. I was looking for a forecast, Ivory Coast, Gabon, but I couldn't find one. So maybe nearer the time, you might get one. I've got a little double as well, because we like the Ivory Coast. Morocco look a shoe-in for that top group, Group A. So you can double them up. Ivory Coast and Morocco will get you 8-5 plus 160 if you want a little double. And accumulator, a group qualification accumulator, it's the 4 outright picks, because we want them all. We fancy them all to get through. So South Africa, Congo, Gabon, and Burkina Faso, all to get out the group, pays 21-10 plus 210. And I've got a golden boot pick or two as well, Baz. Did you say you had a scorer pick?
No, I haven't got a scorer pick. The only other thing I had was the Ivory Coast to win the group, and like you, it was the fate of Cameroon, really, who obviously they've got all that mess going on at the moment, but they didn't do very well. Didn't qualify for the World Cup. Won only 2 of the last 6 games. I just thought, opposed Cameroon, Ivory Coast should go and win that group at 5-6.
I mean, there is 52 blokes turning up to play for them, so
well, that might help.
Oh, it might help. We've got a lot. It's like Chelsea, isn't it? So, goal scorers. I mentioned Guri being out for Algeria. As much as I'm not hugely keen on Algeria, Mohamed Amouda scored 10 goals for them in World Cup qualifying in Guri's absence. So, Mohamed Amouda of Algeria at 20-1. Aubameyang, he can go off and he score goals in bunches. Seen him do it. 25-1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And one for you, Lee. Lyle Foster, 3 goals in 9 years. No, that would be terrible. 9 goals in 3 years. Actually, Joe's saying Cameroon have got 78 players turning up because there's his 26 as well. Yeah, Lyle Foster, 9 goals in 3 years. 66-1. South Africa go deep, Barry. Someone's scoring for them, and it's going to be that man, Lyle Foster. So 66-1, Lyle Foster. So there's 3 little each way players for golden boot. I think, Barry, we kept it all business. 25 minutes. Good effort. Do you have anything?
Lots for people to get stuck into if anyone bothers to listen. As you say, nobody bothered to join us live. Just Joe, commitment to the cause.
Just goes to show that we can actually just do the show without talking complete bollocks for ages if we have to.
Yeah, if we do a show beforehand with all the bollocks in.
Unless Lee's given me 1,000-1 for Lyle Foster. Right, okay. I'll have a pound each way, Lee. It's on.
What is the plan going forward for AFCON? Will there be any shows, or are you thinking mainly short stuff?
YouTube shorts, I think.
Yeah.
Because I like doing them. And they reach a bit of a different audience. And it is niche, maybe, as the heartland of the Premier League gambling podcast listeners have just proven. There's not a huge appetite, Barry, for it, maybe. But it's my duty as the voice of African football. I'll stick out some picks most days, but I'm absolutely buzzing.
I'll get involved as well. It's good timing. I'm at work tomorrow and Monday, and then after that, I've got 2 weeks off, so plenty time on my hands to get stuck into this stuff.
Mate, 3 games on Monday, 4 on Tuesday. Those times, man, 12:30, 3, 5:30, 8. 4 on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday. Fucking beautiful, that. Can I ask you what I was going to ask you earlier on?
You certainly can.
So, as you know, Barry, on a Thursday night, I take the boys to football and I go to Sainsbury's and go cruising for yellow stickers. I absolutely hit the mother load tonight.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I love a good yellow sticker bargain.
So, I got 4 things, Barry. I got a loaf of bread. It's got poppy seeds or cheese or some shit on. 45p. Nice, lovely artisanal loaf of bread. I don't want to talk to you about that. I got the boys always get a treat for the drive home. They got 2 sherry trifle donuts. Yeah. So they enjoyed them. I don't want to talk about them. I got 12 chocolate donuts for £1. Fucking hell. 12 for £1. I don't want to talk about them. I got, Barry, half price, £10 from 20. Less than half price, £10 from 21.50 or something. A Aberdeen Angus short rib whole fucking thing for a tenner. Now, that's what I want to talk to you about, Barry. I'll just tidy up for our American listeners. Joe's asking about yellow stickers. I don't know if you must have this in America, Joe. Later in the evening, they start reducing stuff in the supermarket, stuff that's maybe a little bit past its sell-by date. So the donuts and stuff are all kind of dairy, bread that's going to go stale, that sort of thing. So I was basically following the bloke round tonight. The bloke with a yellow sticker gun. I'm surprised he didn't take out restraining order, because barely had he slapped a yellow sticker on something that I had it off the shelf past. So this thing, it's a lovely bit of kit, about the size of your head. Well, not your head, like the size of a normal person's head. But Aberdeen Angus short ribs. What are you telling me?
Nice. I thought you were going to say a side of salmon when you said 20 reduced to a 10. I thought you were going to say he's got a whole side of salmon or a whole salmon or something like that. But the short rib's good. You just want to sear it off in a skillet, don't you? And then finish it off in the oven. Get it to about 50 degrees in the middle. Beautiful. Slice it up. Salt and pepper. What more do you want?
Is there bones in it? It sounds bony. It looks bony.
Normally be a bone, but it'll be down the side. So it doesn't go through it. It's basically a ribeye steak on the bone, but a massive, big, thick version of a ribeye steak on the bone. So, yeah, should be beautiful, that. You can have it as a roast. You can have it any way you want. But, yeah, just sear it off, bit of salt and pepper, and then into the oven. You need a meat thermometer, like 50 degrees in the middle, 50C in the middle.
I haven't got one of them, Barry.
Well, you're just going to have to guess. You have to do the old squidgy bit, don't you? If it feels like that, then it's rare.
What was that, mate?
That's something like that,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
good.
nice,
excellent.
I love the old bargains. I play the game on Christmas sometimes. The local supermarket here, Christmas Eve, is an absolute bonanza because they're closed for 2 days.
Right.
So you get all sorts of bargains. And very often you can get the whole turkeys 75% off. Ooh. So there has been an occasion where I've played the game of hanging on until Christmas Eve to buy the Christmas turkey and getting it for 75% off. I've actually got a turkey in the freezer that I bought last Christmas Eve. I'm not cooking Christmas dinner. I'm in Newcastle this year, but my freezer always gets filled up. I've got a big chest freezer that's always full of those bargains. Whenever I say a 75% off, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's 75% off, I'm having it.
I might go and have a sniff around Christmas Eve, Baz. Like
Christmas Eve's worth a look. Generally, Aldi's a good one. They'll normally always have half price off everything in the morning. Yeah, you'll get some right bargains.
Yeah, I'm right into that. Very good. Well, we eked another 7 minutes out the show there, Baz, talking about reduced price meat. Beautiful. Have you got anything else you want to talk about? England still haven't lost a wicket yet in the 16 minutes we've been on, remarkably.
Not bad.
Should we just say bye?
We should, really. Yeah, I mean, I've got to now publish 2 episodes of this, and
I've got to
try and get some sleep and try and get to work in the morning. So,
Sweet, I can lie until 12 o'clock. I'm good. Thanks, the 3 of you joined us. And all aboard Burkina Faso, Gabon, Congo, and South Africa. Good luck with your bets. We catch you at some point. See you down the road. Cheers.